I'm Christy.
And I'm Kathy.
And this is The Psychic
And the Skeptic. Welcome back to The Psychic and the Skeptic. And on this episode, we're going into part 2 of our case files on the Eldorado House.
Now, let's think back to the female homeowner that had this cross on her forehead and had this C-looking symbol
on the cheek.
Yes. We did extensive research after we left for this initial investigation. And let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, so there was more that happened that night. I call this part of the investigation the attack because not only was this thing working to try to attack me spiritually, in fact, I became so ill at this investigation that I literally had to remove myself from the house and not go back in. I was so sick. I was sweating. I was very nauseated to my stomach. They put me in the van to let me lay down and gave me a bottle of water and just let me rest there for a few minutes. This entity showed up and was sitting right beside me. I kept hearing it say, "Let me in." And I kept rebuking this thing and telling it no and to go away. So that to me, I don't know, it's just such a frightening experience. And I recognized what it was. This is not an earthbound spirit. This is not your regular ghost. This is a dark entity. And I do believe it was some sort of demonic presence, to be honest. So back to these symbols, we started doing research. And if you do any research on the different types of demons that are out there, we found a symbol that matches with Solomon and the 12 demons that he used to control. And little warning, yes, this is going to be out there a bit for those of you guys that
are skeptics.
Yeah. What was this symbol? Where did this symbol come from? Now, the pictures that the homeowners took, they took them on their flip phones. And if you know anything about those old flip phones, of course, it's not a clear picture. And you can definitely see something white in the male homeowner's hair. And I think when she took the photo, bless her heart, because, you know, she's a little older. So it didn't get that good of a focus.
Low pixels and yeah.
Yes, exactly. But if you do any studying on the legend of King Solomon and the 12 demons, now, the Bible directly doesn't reference this, but there is something known as the Testament of Solomon that talks about this. And supposedly, Solomon had this magical ring, and it was given to him by an angel to be able to bind and control demons. And there were 12 of them. Each of these 12 were like a hierarchy type level. And each of them had legions of demons underneath them that they controlled. So they were like the head demon.
Right, a supervisor.
Yeah, pretty much. And so there's one of them that is connected with this symbol. Now, what's unique about this is if you do any research on this demon, he's commonly known as the Lord of the Flies, associated with that. Now, think about it for a second. In the kitchen area where the homeowners were renovating, peeling off the old paint, a swarm of flies appeared. And out of nowhere, because again, those windows were closed, the doors were closed. It was cold season outside. But they appeared, then they sprayed them with Raid, and they disappeared. They didn't hit the floor dead. So we found this fact very interesting, connected to this symbol. And I'm going to be honest, this case is probably the only case that I really feel like in all my 25 years of doing this, that I've actually encountered a demonic presence.
Right.
It was very scary and not something that I ever want to relive in me investigating now. If it's anything dark, I don't mess with it. So I don't play with Ouija boards. I don't do black magic. Nope. I ain't messing with nothing on the dark side. That stuff scares me. That's why.
This thing with the flies, now, did the husband and wife both say that they saw it at the same time, or
Yeah.
was this one person
No.
experiencing it?
They were both in there working in the kitchen together.
And they both saw it.
They both experienced it.
That's
Yes.
important too, because as the skeptic and a medical professional, my first thought is, what kind of medications do they take? Are they on any strong pain medication?
Right.
Because seeing bugs and picking at them when they aren't there is a side effect of overdosing on opioids. I've actually seen patients in the hospital complain of seeing bugs on the walls and things
Sure.
when they've been overdosing.
Yeah, but
But to have two of them, they'd both have to be overdosing and hallucinating on the same thing at the same time. That's not likely. The odds of that are very slim to none. So it's interesting. They both saw it at the same time. Of course, you have to believe that the story they're telling you is true.
as we started to investigate, there was a lot of evidence that we actually were able to record that correlated with the homeowner stories, and just that, yeah, we were dealing with something that was not good at all.
So you were getting EVPs.
Yes. And let me tell you something. These EVPs, many of them were creepy. Like, not your typical
Yeah.
EVP.
This is serious haunting
Yes.
here. Yeah.
For sure. So I think we should play some of those EVPs. They were just recorded all throughout
Yeah.
the house in different spots and
locations.
places. Yes. But wait till you hear them. Let's play one and then maybe discuss it and then so forth.
Okay. It doesn't matter to me. Do 2 or 3. Does it not tell? To me.
Did you hear what that one said?
Yeah. It's like, you will die today.
Yes. Is that not creepy?
Yeah.
It's like a
pretty
woman.
faint in there, but no, it sounded male to me.
Sound like a man to you? Sound like a
Think so.
woman to me.
We definitely need to hear that again.
Yeah, let's play that one again.
Okay. It doesn't matter to me. Do 2 or 3. Does it not tell? To me.
Yeah, I can't tell. It could be female.
No,
could be
that's
male. It's a
female.
whisper, so it's hard to tell for me. But
Yeah, that sounds female to me.
it
But
could be
this
right.
it correlates with what the Solis family actually experienced when they first bought the house. So on the side that used to be the church, there was actually, they had left one day and come back, and there were the words, "leave or die." That was on the side. They blew it off, just thinking that maybe some neighborhood kids had come in and was playing
Yeah.
a prank and sprayed that up on their house. But the fact that we got creepy EVPs like this.
that you will die today.
Yes. And honestly, I think when I talked about this entity being like a soul collector of sense, I really do feel like there were many souls that were trapped. And maybe this lady was trying to give us a warning, like, hey, you will die today. So get your butt out so
Yeah.
you don't die today. So we've got some more. These are not going to be all of them that we're going to play, but let's play
There's
a
just
couple
too many
more.
to play. We'd be here all day, right?
Oh, I know, right? They can go to our website and check out the full. But how about we play, let's play this next one for them and see and discuss afterwards. It's another creepy one.
Here's rain. Oh, freaking want to go.
Yeah, that one is a little unsettling.
You think it's a man's voice?
Either somebody didn't shower or they're really trying to creep you out. But I don't know if whoever, whatever this is, knows that you can't hear them.
I think they can, but all again, it's all on frequency.
Sure.
Level.
No, but to me, it sounds like he's saying, I smell you.
Oh yeah, I smell you for sure.
And it
but
sounds male this time. Yeah.
it's creepy, but I
Ew.
smell.
That sounds invasive.
That's what I was just thinking. The same word, invasive.
You
of
were
my
psychic.
space.
You were reading my mind.
Yeah.
Let's play that one more time.
Okay,
Because it
yeah.
is pretty faint.
Here's rain. Oh, freaking want to go.
Yeah, now that I think of it, it's like you mentioned a soul collector. It sounds like maybe he's hunting someone. I smell you. Like he's trying to target
Yes.
his next victim.
That's what I was thinking after
Like a
I
dog
realized.
smells to hunt down their prey, or I don't know.
Yeah.
That is creepy.
How creepy is that?
Yeah. What else you
Well,
got?
Creepy is another one here that we'll play it and let's see if you can hear it and see what you think that it says.
Okay. Okay, so there's a lot of investigators talking in the background, but you hear a whispery kind of male. And did he say, "Take me, help her"?
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Especially with what you're about to talk about.
Right, the attack. Exactly. Yeah. Maybe he thought he could help, or I don't know. Weird, creepy,
we'll have to come back and talk about this, but let's hear it one more time because it's really whispery.
Yes, because the investigators
are talking. So see if you hear the same thing.
Wow. Okay, so we have one more. That is another creep factor. So we'll
save the good ones for you guys.
Right. And they're connected to what happened here.
Yeah,
so
it makes a lot of sense.
Let's go ahead and play this one and see what our listeners hear and what we hear.
People sorry everything.
Okay, so that one has two parts to it. Sounds male, very whispery. The second part sounds a little more growl, like evil. But to me, it sounds like make her gone.
I agree on that first part.
And the second part, I hear 4 syllables. I hear something with a ch, can take her. And
okay, I hear 4 syllables too, but it sounds to me like he says, take your like something time. I hear the ch and the t sound.
I don't hear it. I don't hear a T on that other one. That would be 5 syllables, like freaking time. Make her.
I don't think freaking is in there, but I don't know. Something, check your something, and then time.
Let's hear it one more time.
Okay.
People sorry everything.
Yeah, so that one's a tricky one. Probably in a Class C, you can hear the whispering, but it's really hard to understand what it's saying.
Right.
So if you have an idea, you want to let us know, you know how to reach us. Psychic and skeptic all spelled out at gmail.com.
So after that, let's go ahead now and talk about the attack. Because this is like a main event sort of thing that happened with this investigation.
This is where everything came to a head that night.
Correct. Everything. And again, all brought on by the provoking, I fully believe that this dumb new team member of mine did. So
this entity took the challenge.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And took it out on people that didn't even initiate the challenge.
Right.
And that's what was aggravating to me. I feel like he targeted those of us who had some spiritual gifts. So anyway, my physical sickness continued. And while I was inside the house, I really felt like I needed to get out for a while. So I let the team know, hey, I got to go outside. So I did. And I told them all, every single one of the members, all 7 that were with me, I said, you need to be careful. We do not know what type of entity is here that we are dealing with other than it is negative and dark. So I went ahead after warning them. I walked outside and I sat down by the end of the carport and I was just relaxing. And then I started to feel even worse. So I got up. I was like, I got to go for a walk. I'm feeling bad. And as I was walking, I got to the end of the driveway and then walked back. And I leaned over on the hood of the van and I could hear this low guttural voice of this same entity telling me, let me in. And I basically fought it. And it was like a spiritual battle. I was under spiritual attack. It was spiritual warfare all the way. And so I told it no and get away from me. Get away from me. I started rebuking it. One of my group members, also a female, came over to check on me and she said, oh, Christy, you look really pale. And I told her I still wasn't feeling very well. And I explained to her what had happened, what was going on, what I was experiencing. She said, hey, why don't you just go lay down in the van and just stretch out? and relax. So I said, okay. She goes, and she told me, she goes, I'll go get you some cold water or whatever you need. So she did go get me I think it was a washcloth just to wash my face and put it on my head. As I laid there, I continued to feel a mix of these emotions that were not mine. They were very aggressive, very angry. Just listening to some of the members that were outside of the van by the carport talking, I was very irritated and agitated. So I did not want to have anything to do with them at all. And I knew that these emotions were not mine, that they were somebody else's. So anyway, my friend, the other team member, she's, hey, I'm going to go get you some cold water. And I was like, okay. And one of the things that she said before that, she told this entity, back off and leave her alone, or I'm going to deal with you. And the next thing I know, she called my name out 3 times. And then, boom, she hit the ground. And the moment she called out my name, it was like I instantly felt all those negative emotions leave me, including this entity. It was just all gone. And guess what? It had targeted her. And it actually possessed her for a short period of time, which this is the attack. Now, my audio recorder caught all this. And then the video camera that we had at the time was inside with the team. The way that she fell, it was backwards and then off to the side. I could tell by looking at this that this was not fake. The way that she fell. She didn't even try to brace herself. Something just entered her and boom, she was down. It happened so quickly. I couldn't even get up fast enough out of the van to help her brace her fall or keep her from falling. That's how quickly that it happened. So I had one of the members go inside and bang on the door, get help from the other team members. And I was cradling her in my arms, and suddenly I heard her growl, like this low guttural growl that just came out of her throat. And there were parts when we were rebuking it that she was snickering and laughing. There was this voice that came out of her, also low and guttural, that was talking a few different words in a language that I had no idea what it was. I've never heard that language before at all. We caught part of this attack on video, but then I have the audio clip of the entire thing from start to finish. It took about 4 minutes of us rebuking it and telling it to leave. We had sage. We were burning. In fact, I told one of them, go get the sage, try to burn it in the pot or whatever, but I grabbed the burning sage in my hand and was holding it and was like putting it around her.
Doing everything you guys could think of, right?
Yes. Now, when she finally came to, she stated that she remembered seeing this lizard-like entity in front of her. And she felt he was, or it, whatever, was like pulling backwards on her face, telling her, acknowledge me. But she refused. And then she said a couple instances she vaguely recalls hearing my voice rebuking the entity and telling it to get out and leave her alone. And then she remembers waking up and then with me and the other group members around her and how her body hurt from the fall. She already had RA and some medical problems, so the fall really did her in. In fact, this scared her so bad, she quit the team. She refused to go on any more investigations.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the family was still having problems. So I went ahead and I knew Carl Johnson, and he actually filmed with Taps for their first 2 seasons.
Yes, he's a demonologist.
Yes, he's known as being a demonologist. You are correct. And I had known Carl for a while, talked to him off and on. So I went ahead and invited him to come down and to do a cleansing. I really firmly believe that this entity was demonic in nature.
This family tried selling the home. No buyer came around.
Correct.
They wanted to leave. Then they realized they were forced to stay there. They couldn't afford to live in 2 places and own this home.
And they were devastated. That just devastated them that they didn't have the money to get out of there.
And they had nobody to help them. Yeah, So that was your next plan was, let's get Carl. Let's see if we can get rid of this.
Correct. So Carl agrees to come out. And about the same time, we were contacted by Animal Planet. They were looking for shows. And so we agreed to do one with them. And
Yeah, they had the series The Haunted.
yes, Animal Planet's The Haunted. I don't think they're...
And they wanted stories that involved animals experiencing paranormal activity.
Correct.
And because little Pongo was experiencing this paranormal activity, that's why Animal Planet wanted to feature this particular story.
Correct. And they named the episode Leave or Die.
Right.
Yeah. So if you have access to anything like that and you want to look up this episode, you could look at Animal Planet's The Haunted, Leave or Die. So...
I think that was season 1, episode 10.
Was it? Okay,
Yes.
Season 1, episode 10. And before I get into Carl, let's go ahead and play the audio of the attack that came from my
Yes,
audio
because
recorder.
this is what compelled Carl to come out, right?
Oh, yes.
So here we go.
So before we play this audio clip, I need to give a warning. This can get very, what's the word, Kathy? Spooky, scary.
It's intense.
It is very intense.
So if you have small children listening, this is probably not the kind of content for them.
Correct. Or if you are triggered easily by anything demonic or super scary.
Spiritual, deep spiritual, negative spiritual.
Yeah, you may want to pause or fast forward past this point or something.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get the clip on.
I do have this feeling that we were brought here for a reason.
I think we go.
With the way that everything happened, it was perfect timing, just boom. Because they didn't contact us for an investigation.
They contact.
They contacted us for kind of some answers on the symbols
Okay.
that we would draw on the lady's face.
What did you tell them? Did you tell them anything about?
I told them, I said, I'm gonna try to, if I don't know, I'll tell them I don't know.
Christy.
What the?
Oh, you're great. Yeah. Hey, sit her. I'm sorry. Sit her.
Hey, hold her down.
Lisa, come to. Lisa, get out of her now. Get out. Get out. Her legs are stiff. Get out. Her muscles are tight. Now, get out. Get out. Lisa, come to. Lisa, come to. Get out now. Get out now. Now, get out. Get out. Lisa, wake up for me. Lisa, she would consider it. I can't move her legs.
She's tensed up.
She is like rocks. Go get one of the guys. Tell them.
Go get Joe.
We're done.
Go back
Lisa,
here.
wake up.
Back this pound on the door.
I was scared of that. Get out now. I started feeling better, and that's what happened. Wake up. I need help to get her up. Lisa, come on. Go get me some sage. Light me some sage. Hurry up. Go get the pot. The pot is in the front. And go light some sage.
Hurry.
Who's what?
Hey, come here and talk to me.
Grab me the sage.
Come talk to me. Here. Come on.
Pot in there. Grab a pot. Some sage.
Talk
Come on.
to me.
Just in here.
Come out.
Back off and leave her alone.
Come on.
Come out and leave her alone. Right now.
Come on.
Get out of her now. Get out of her now.
Come talk to me. I command you.
Go look at the video.
Open your eyes and talk to me.
Roger, where's the video? Come on, Lisa. Release her right now. Release her right now. Right now.
Now.
Release her.
I command. I'm not afraid. You come out. Come out. Open up and talk to me.
Right now. You let go of her.
Let go.
Lighter.
I
Who are you?
command you.
Who are you? Tell me.
Tell me.
Talk. Tell me your name right now.
Talk.
It's releasing her. It's releasing
Yeah,
her.
she's loosening up.
Lisa, wake up.
Talk. Open your eyes.
Come to, Lisa. Lisa. You release her right
down.
now.
Come on.
You better release her.
Talk. I command it.
Lisa.
I command you.
You better release her.
Let
Leave her
go.
alone right now. Get out now. Now.
There's two of us. There's two of us talking to you.
I command you
Out.
right now.
Out.
You have to leave.
Now.
God commands you to leave her now. Come on, Lisa. Come to your
Come
apartment.
on.
Lisa,
Come on.
let go of her now.
Come on.
Lisa.
Yep.
Lisa,
Open up.
come to.
Open up.
Sit her up.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Oh, you do hurt.
And that sounds like where she came to.
That is correct. And wasn't that just an intense audio?
Intense is definitely the word.
Wow,
Lots
yes.
of loud voices in there.
Yes.
And it sounds like one of the male investigators was speaking a different language. So,
Yes.
because it's a little confusing when you listen. At first I thought, oh, is that the investigator that was attacked being used and spoken? I don't know what the word is, like the possession.
No, that was the investigator, the one that was the loudest. So he, even though he wasn't full-blooded Native American, I think he had a little bit of Native in him, and
knew
he
some
claimed
language?
that he was a shaman.
Oh,
And so he was, I think, speaking in a native tongue to command it to come out.
okay.
Of course, he's the same idiot that I had to dismiss from the team because he's the same idiot who
Provoking.
wrote Come Play.
And it sounded like he was
And provoked.
provoking even in that moment. But I think that was just out of protectiveness of, hey, get out.
Yes.
Trying to be protective of a team member.
Yeah.
Like, you can attack my friend, you got to face me. And that's what she was doing
Even
to
though it's
protect
my
you.
fault.
So all I'm thinking is he's getting ready for his turn. But
Yeah. Instead of attacking him for what he did, it attacked me and it attacked another female investigator. So not okay. So this really ramped up a lot. And the poor Solis family, they were so terrified of staying in this house. And that's even before they knew anything that even happened. That initial night, they were not there to see the attack or anything that happened, period.
how did they find out about it? I
We
mean,
told
obviously
them
you told them,
later.
but how did they react when they found out?
Oh, like in just like shock,
Yeah.
basically.
Nothing like that had happened to the family, though, right?
Correct.
So that's what led you to think that it was the provoking that really just angered. Hey, you're on my space now.
Yes.
I'll show you.
Yes.
Okay. I do have something to add after listening to this story, and I've heard this clip before. I've seen the video, and I am the skeptic here, but I am the open skeptic. Not all skeptics are mean.
I know.
There's a whole lot going on here, obviously.
Agreed.
And I don't know if we're ever going to get answers on the paranormal. It's just not yet understood 100%. So a lot of it is theory, but I do think there's some overlap. And so from what I hear in this investigator that was attacked, in her voice and the way you all describe what her body was doing, knowing she had some medical history, and we talked about what that was, you and I.
Medical issues.
Off the podcast, we talked specifically. And it makes sense to me from a medical viewpoint of what happened to her. Now, I'm not saying she didn't have a demonic possession, but her medical condition can explain what happened.
Okay, explain that then.
So
I'd like to hear.
I honestly think she experienced a psychogenic non-epileptic seizure. And because of her medical condition, she is at risk for those. And what she has is fibromyalgia, as we talked about. It's what she confided to you. And now what that type of seizure is that it's not epilepsy. Psychogenic means in heightened stress, this is how your body reacts in a protective state, in a way. It's not very protective when you fall down and hurt yourself, but
Let me ask you this. Would that condition make her fall backwards and sideways?
yes, because you lose consciousness. So she has no control over her body.
Okay.
So whatever momentum in her movement made her fall backwards the way
what
she
about
was.
stiffening up?
Yes, that is part of a seizure. That's called the tonic state. She sounds like she went into tonicity. And while you guys were describing that she was stiff, that was when she was making those noises at the same time. And listening
well,
to
it
that
was
clip,
growling,
that's exactly
but it was
what
also snickering and laughing.
So hear me out here. The stiffening and the noises, those deep noises, are exactly what I hear in patients that have a seizure. And what's happening there, in the tonic state, your muscles tense up. The same thing happens to your diaphragm, and you push all the air out of your lungs, and you make a sound just like that. I'm not saying that maybe in that vulnerable moment where that psychogenic response happens to where she goes into a seizure state, from the paranormal side, that's a vulnerable state where somebody easily could take over and start speaking. So maybe this is what happens in an attack and a possession.
Okay.
Right? So your body goes through this seizure-like response. Whether she had an actual attachment at that moment or not, that's another discussion. But I do honestly feel that she, because of the high stress of what was happening, you were getting sick, lots of things were going on. The investigator in the clip said it went, just all these things just started happening.
Yeah.
She was experiencing the stress from that, which due to her fibromyalgia pushed her into this PNES, the psychogenic non-epileptic seizure. And whatever happened from there, if she was vulnerable at that point and the attack continued, she was feeling this coming on. And you can get some kind of aura, a hallucination. This is very common with seizures, right before some type of generalized seizure occurs. And the length of time that she was in one was just about as long as what we'd expect on that type of seizure. It's less than 5 minutes. It's not sustained to where we need medical intervention to pull her out of it. She came out of it seemingly on her own. I know you guys were doing prayers with her, so that's the spiritual side of it. Maybe both apply here. I'm not in the camp where it's one or the other. I feel like there can be some overlap in what was happening there. So based on all the other things that were happening in these unexplained EVPs, likely there was some kind of spirit involved. But I definitely think her body went through a seizure, for sure.
Okay. What you said definitely makes sense, but it was so weird because honestly, Kathy, after she called out my name, Christy,
Yeah.
I mean, about that time is when I immediately felt better. I felt like whatever the spirit that was there that was oppressing me left. So it's like it went from me and it went straight to her.
So as my openness on my skepticism from a paranormal perspective, I could see that, oh, this entity was like, ooh, I got her.
Yeah.
And so it leaves you to go to that vulnerable person that's in that seizure state. Her brain is not being controlled by her at that moment. So it took the opportunity in her stress-induced seizure-like state to go and then take her. That's just paranormal theory right there from me.
Yeah.
I can say that with a good amount of certainty based on my medical experience and witnessing countless seizures in patients I take care of. I lecture on the topic, so I have a pretty deep understanding of what's happening. That's my thought.
Thank you for that. I do appreciate that. There's just, I don't know. She even said, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said, leave her alone and you're going to,
Like I said, I'm not saying it's one or the other. It doesn't have to be all paranormal. It can be some physical, she had something happening with her body. And on the paranormal side of things, that was an opportunity for possession.
Yeah, no, I get that. And with as much as we had going on that night, and then look, all the EVPs that were recorded that kind of corroborate our story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just amazing to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what we look for when we investigate. You have a pile of potential evidence here. Not easy to explain away some of this, especially those EVPs that are Class A and quite clear. And you were there to witness. That clearly did not happen. There are some that occur with a lot of noise and movement going around. So from a listener point of view, some of it's hard to make out, but there's others that are really clear.
This got to the point to where we really felt sorry for the homeowners. And so I was friends with Carl Johnson, or the demonologist. Like I said, he filmed with Taps for a couple of years. And so I said, hey, look, we really got some problems here with this family. They need a demonologist to come in. And so Carl was gracious. He flew out and he did go in and assess the situation first and then agreed to go ahead and help this family. And one of the things that he did is he had brought some holy water and some anointing oil with him. And it's with the Catholic ritual. But went through and marked each of the tops of the doors, anointed them with the oil, and went into the rooms and used the water and tossed the water out and told whatever this was that it had to leave, and went into the backyard. And this was what was so weird, is that it seemed as he started to bless the backyard, we started to see shadows that were moving, like climbing up the trees, and they were scurrying through the yard. And this breeze just suddenly picked up and came out of nowhere.
You mean
It was
like a
very
cold front?
odd. It had not been windy for that entire night.
That
So-
sounds like a cold front wind coming through. Was it cold after that?
No.
Storm coming?
No. It was just like the breeze came and went. So it was really strange. And then, Carl Johnson did an assessment, and he did agree that he thought there was a demonic spirit there. And
So this isn't a different visit. So clearly this is after the attack. How long after that first investigation was his visit?
I think, I don't know, maybe up to a month.
Okay.
So,
Fairly soon after. But he felt the negative presence there.
oh, for sure, yeah. And he said that he also felt that there were earthbound spirits that were trapped there and being held there. And I
that makes
agreed
sense
with
with
him.
the EVPs. Yeah.
Yeah, I said, I got the same assessment. And I felt like it was this demonic presence that was holding them there. Yeah, it just,
So
Totally
he did
cooperated.
prayers to free their souls, or was he focused
Yes.
on the
no, he
demonic?
did.
Yeah.
He did. And the Solis family, I remember, they had to stay there a little bit longer, but they finally were able to sell it. And I think
Yes. In
2 years later, wasn't it? Or
in 2010,
2010. Okay.
the Solis family had sold it. And then that family actually sold it again. So
After how long?
The current owner purchased it in 2019. The family after the Solises had it for about 9 years.
9 years. Okay. And I know you and I did some extensive research on this before we
Yes.
recorded this
We needed
episode.
an update on the history and to see, has it been changing hands since this family that you guys were in contact with? And it was surprising because it's listed as a vacant property. So I thought, oh, maybe they abandoned the house. So we looked it up, and
Right.
it has been demolished. The rubble is there in the photo.
I know.
The house has been torn down.
I was like, wow, there's nothing left of this house. People that had lived in there before, they also experienced strange
Right.
things.
Yes, this wasn't the only family too. And it makes sense with what you thought about, what you picked up on, that you got a sense that with that ritual at the table and the shadow and the heart
Yes.
man, that could have happened during the time that it was a rent house.
Yes, that was my belief. Yes, still is. All in all, it broke my heart to see that it was demolished, but I'm really, in a sense, also glad. Now, my only question is, the ground still haunted? Does it still have
Yeah,
that
hopefully
entity
they
there?
cleared all that debris away, because the photo is just
Maybe.
showing the house was, it's
Right.
a lot. It's a vacant lot at the moment. Somebody does own that property. So
Well,
maybe, and the house was falling apart. They were doing renovations, but it was
Correct.
on their own. So the outside exterior was looking pretty rough in some later photos of the home. And so maybe they just decided to scrap it and start new. So we'll have to keep digging and see what happens.
And when I go to post all the pictures and videos, I'll go ahead and post that picture of the house demolished on our Facebook and Instagram pages when I schedule and post the rest of them.
Yeah.
So that way everybody can see. But all in all, this was a horrific case in the fact of so much creepiness happened. So it does fit right along with October.
Yes. We brought a big punch there for you.
Yes, we did.
Hopefully we didn't spook you out too much and give you nightmares.
I hope not, but this was a spooky episode, but this was true to life. If you want to try to find this episode that was on Animal Planet's The Haunted Leave or Die, Season 1, Episode 10, you can check that out. Also check out our Facebook page and our website, www.okpri.com, and you can go to the Psychic and Skeptic case files on our website. Click that.
Yes, the homepage has a direct link so you don't have to go digging through in your cases trying to find what you need. But you're welcome to browse those as well.
Yeah.
It's a portfolio of case files for OKPRI, but some are featured on this podcast.
That is correct. Check those out if you would like.
And definitely consider sending us an email at psychicandskeptic@gmail.com with your thoughts about this episode.
Especially this one, yes. We would love to hear some feedback on this, y'all. We know we have a lot of listeners.
Tell us what you think about some of those EVPs. And hope you have a spooky ooky Halloween without a demonic possession.
Stay away from those demons, y'all.
Just the fun stuff. We just want the fun stuff.
Exactly.
So stay tuned for more episodes coming next week. So you can find us wherever you enjoy your podcasts, and thank you for listening.
Because the paranormal is the normal.
Not yet understood.